I'm Nell, solo parent and hardworking mom. So you meet a sweet, loving, beautiful Filipina online or during your tropical escape to the Philippines. Everything feels like a dream. She is affectionate, respectful, and honesty. Just grateful for your attention. You think, wow, I've found the one. Fast forward a few months. You're now budgeting not just for here, but for her entire family tree, roads and all. Today's episode talks about the extended financial reality of dating or marrying a Filipina, where family isn't just close, they're included in your monthly expenses. Foreigners often underestimate just how deep family ties run in Filipino culture. It's one of the most tightly knit societies in the world. So when you say yes to her, you might be saying yes to her mom, her dad, three sisters, two nephews, and maybe even a stray cousin who just started college. Now, this isn't some gold digger stereotype. Not at all. For many Filipinas, helping the family is non-negotiable. It's love and action, not manipulation. But here's the problem. Foreigners forget to budget for the family tree. The typical foreigner budget might sound like this before having a Filipina companion. Rent $400, food $300, utilities $100, girlfriend allowance $250, her mom's medication $75, nephew's school project $40, Lula's electric bill in the province $50, load for her sister's phone $15, uncle's funeral contribution $60, bottle fight birthday lunch $80. Suddenly, your savings disappear and your wallet starts sweating. Realistically speaking, in Filipino culture, it's expected to help family, especially when someone is a better position financially, like a foreign partner or husband. A single meal you offer to the family could feed them for a day. A school fee payment might keep a cousin in college. Even a simple pasalubong gift earns you lifetime loyalty. It can feel like an invisible obligation, but it's not necessarily a scam. It's part of being accepted and respected by the family. The mistake many foreigners make is they forget to prepare for this type of budgeting. They treat it like a short term favor instead of a long term budget category. The smart way to handle it is simple. Number one, set a limit. You're generous, that's great, but define what you're comfortable giving. $100 month for family assistance? Fine, but cap it. Number two, communicate early. Tell your partner you want to help. However, you need to know how much is expected and why. This shows you're serious but responsible. Number three, don't feel guilty or guilt trip. There's a difference between support and becoming an ATM. If you're being emotionally blackmailed for every cousin needs, it's time to resist. Number four, include family in the budget. Yes, you heard right. Just add a family support line to your monthly speed sheet. This way, you're not shocked when Tito John John suddenly needs motorcycle repairs. In the Philippines, you don't just marry the girl, you marry the entire barangay. So don't act surprised when your private relationship becomes a family affair. This is a country where love means sharing even your paycheck. But here's the silver lining. When you treat your family with fairness and respect, not blind generosity, you're not just a wallet. You're part of their tribe. And trust me, a Filipino family that loves you will defend you, protect you, and include you like blood. You didn't forget the rent, the food, or the dates, but you forgot about the family tree. Add it to the budget and plan like a local. Thank you for subscribing, watching, and donating to my channel. We are family. See you on next episode.